Hello, everybody. Just give me a second while I set everything up here. Happy new moon. Happy October 1st. As some of you guys may know, a little bit about the 30-day Love Thyself challenge. We are starting a large group of people today to go the entire month of October doing the 30-day Love Thyself challenge. If you know about it, this is going to be a little bit of something you already know. If you don't, just tune in, listen, and I'll tell you all about it, as well as give you information on how to get started, where to go on the website, and what to do. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to get all of you guys grounded within this space here and now to get calm. I know there's lots going on. There's a lot of things happening in your feed. So if you have a moment, let's take a second to ground in, to be here, and to check and tune back in with our heart. Okay. So you're going to be hearing this a lot when you start the program. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our home base, which is our heart and our belly. Okay. Take a moment to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And you're going to focus your whole attention upon your heartbeat and nothing else. Okay? Allowing any distractions, thoughts, worries, other people, sounds to just slip away so you can just focus on your heartbeat. Taking some time to just be with yourself, checking in on how you feel. Do I feel good today? Do I feel anxious? Maybe there's something upsetting me or wanting to come out of my heart and my chest. Just observe and be aware of these feelings that are coming through for you. Let's take another deep inhale. Exhale out. Let's open our arms up wide. Wrap them around our body, giving ourselves a little bit of hug, saying thank you to ourselves for being here. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you guys are all grounded and feeling good. So let me tell you about this 30-day Love Thyself challenge. Okay, so this challenge has been around for almost 11 years. So this came to me, this practice came through a deep meditation after going to a retreat, okay? And within this practice, I'm going to share a little bit on the scientific level, okay? So the science behind this practice is, if you guys know who Dr. Emoto is, he's a Japanese scientist who studied water molecules all over the world. And what he would do is he would take samples of the water and then he would look at them, and you would see that the water would have different shapes and sizes. So some would look crystal-like, some would look discombobulated. And so what he would do is he would first look at them the way they were, and then monks would pray over them, possibly priests, or when you give that water a certain amount of attention, certain type of attention, it would change based off of that. So if you would give love, love would show up into the molecule, and the molecule would look almost like crystallized. If you guys don't see it, I'll post videos later or post some photos of what these actual molecules look like when you would give that type of attention. Okay, so the love would look very beautiful. The hate or the word Hitler would look discombobulated, kind of crazy, would look a little out of sorts. Okay, And then, so through that, he also had other experiments that he would do. For instance, he had what's called the rice experiment, where he would put rice, cooked rice, in jars, right? He had 3 jars, one that said, thank you, one that said, I hate you, and one that had nothing at all. Okay, so the first one that said, thank you, was alive, it was fermenting, it looked good. Okay, the second one that said hate started having mold and started having black little dots in it. Okay, and then the one that had no attention at all was the worst off. It looked absolutely dead. Okay, and what he was trying to prove by this was to show that the amount of attention and what type of attention you bring will change the behavior of what's in front of it. Okay, and he really went home in on the fact that how we treat children is going to change who they are. So really being mindful and aware of how we're speaking to our children, and that will shift and change actually their physical body and their how they feel inside. Okay, so when I saw this and when I felt this, it really struck a chord within my heart. And I knew that there was something to this. I knew that, the way we speak to others and the way we speak to ourselves is so huge, and it can change our reality from a drop of a hat. Okay, so within this practice, I knew that our bodies were 60 to 75% water. So if we have 60 to 75% water in our own body, do you not think the water molecules in our body are going to shift and change according to how we feel inside, according to what we are bringing ourselves, okay? The type of feelings and emotions. All right, so what I did is I started doing this practice, okay, which is simply saying I love you to you every single day for 30 days, okay? So every single day I would get up and I would grab my phone, I would look at myself and I would say, I love you, Sarah. I love you, Sarah. Okay. And as I would do that, I would share with myself how that made me feel. So, how saying I love you to myself felt like, and then what else would start to come up. So, my heart would just automatically share with me how I was feeling, what I was denying, what was I lying to myself about, whatever that wasn't in that space of love, that wasn't allowing me to actually love and accept myself. So it was like negative thoughts, patterns, memories from the past, traumas from the past from when I was little, like, oh, this happened when I was a little kid and my mom or dad said this. I haven't addressed this situation in so long. Okay, well, now it's ready to come up because that feeling sensation that I had from back when I was really little was not allowing me to move forward in my life and was not allowing me to bring love into my life. Okay, so within this practice during that 30-day span, my life shifted so much. I actually have the original video on YouTube if you want to look at it. Okay, so it shifted so much. I brought in abundance in my life. There was so many synchronicities happening. Slowly but surely, everything that wasn't in alignment with my true self, who I am from the heart, who God designed me to be, okay, was literally being displayed and then leaving. Okay, so within those 30 days, I had a really huge shift within my life, within my consciousness, and within my heart, how I saw myself and how everyone else started to see me. Okay, I attracted so many amazing things into my life. I mean, I think it was the busiest time of my career at that moment, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, like I am just acknowledging myself for 5 minutes and I'm bringing love in, and my whole world is shifting. Who would have thought that this single practice would have such an effect and such a benefit? Okay, so I continued this practice for months on end, and then slowly but surely released it almost 10 years ago. Okay, actually over 10 years ago now. And from that time, many people started doing this practice, the 30-day self-love or 30-day love thyself challenge, okay? And now over 10,000, probably 15,000 people that I know of have done this practice and are actively changing their life from within, for taking time every single day to tune in with their heart, to tune in with how they feel, address those emotions, express those emotions to oneself, and observe how you are throughout the day, right? And then do this every single day for a month, okay? Now, of course, this practice has expanded, right? So this is just what I'm teaching you here is the basic, the daily practice. And then from here is the longer program where week by week, I help and I guide you through different tools and tips to actually face what's happening, right? So those traumas that are coming up in a good way, in a good, loving way, and allowing them to actually be completed and have resolution versus just lingering. You know, when people say, I'm just going to cut cords, I'm going to just cut this out of my life, cut this out of my life. When you're doing that, you're actually just allowing the energy to pause for a moment, to give yourself a break versus actually going to the root. So through this practice, we take you to the root cause of what is really causing that pain, that discomfort, that emotion, okay? And then we allow ourselves to seek resolution through the help of our hearts, through the help of the father and the mother, okay? So it is such a beautiful practice to start your day out with every single day. And that's what we're going to do this month for 30 days. We are going to be doing the 30-day Love Thyself challenge. You're going to make this commitment to yourself to every single day do this, okay? And when you do this every single day, you're going to notice that at around day 21, you're going to break a daily pattern, right? You're going to create a new pattern in your life, right? And because it takes about 21 days to break any pattern and to create a new ones, right? So at 21 days, you're going to see like a big shift happen. And then by day 30, it's going to almost become like a daily routine, okay? I've seen many people's lives literally change overnight. They want to quit their job. They want to, they found the love of their life. They want to leave the person they're with, okay? And I want to say something about that though, is whilst doing this challenge, you don't want to make any big decisions, okay? Because you are still in process, okay? So when you're in process, think of this as being in a ceremony. If you've ever done any kind of plant medicine ceremonies or if you've gone to a retreat, in the middle of that retreat or that ceremony, you don't just pick up and, make a big life-changing decision. You wait for that retreat. You wait for that ceremony to be in completion so you can have full resolution, you can have understanding, and then you can walk with it and feel good about it, okay? So within this month, for those who are going to be doing the 30-day Love Thyself challenge, okay, please don't make any big life-changing decisions, but you can journal about them. You can say what's coming up in your heart, and then at the end of 30 days, be able to make a good judgment, a good decision after going through the whole process. Okay, I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay, let's go into the actual practice. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you a brief of the practice. Okay, so on the website itself, I have about 18 recordings, as well as all the information you need. That's going to be a detailed source for you to be able to do this practice daily, okay? And it's all for free. It is our gift to you guys here at Self Illumination. We want to be able to gift this practice to you so you can start changing your life from within, okay? So I'll leave the link below and you can sign up. Hi from Peru. So I'll leave the link in the comments below so you can sign up to actually do the challenge and you can get all the information you need. You can share your videos there. If you want to share a little bit on social media, by all means do it. We want to create this like a wildfire of love. So everyone, especially now, like, oh, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Especially now, the times there's so much fear and there's so much negativity out there that the only thing that we truly can control is this inside here. So if we can change the frequency of who we are and the love that we have inside, that is going to emulate outward to the rest of the world. So imagine if the rest of the world, the whole world, was doing this practice and focusing on bringing love to themselves, understanding, and to be able to bring that outwards to everyone, right? Things would shift and change. So please share with people that you're doing this practice. Allow the love to spread, okay? Okay. So, going into the actual practice. So every single day for 30 days, first of all, you're going to make a commitment to do this every single day for 30 days. And that is going to be within the website. You'll see the sacred prayer that you're going to read out loud to yourself with candles and with some flowers, okay? Making that commitment to yourself to actually do this practice every single day, okay? So you'll make the commitment, all right? And then within the practice every day, you're going to find a safe place where you can be alone to do the practice. I call it your sacred space, your altar space, okay? This can be indoors. I think being outside, as you probably notice, I do all my videos outside besides today. Being outside in nature, allowing nature to support you in your process, okay, to be within the earth, right? So you can make your sacred space, maybe with a tree, maybe with your garden, maybe with some other plants. If it's too cold, no worries. You can bring those plants inside. You can allow nature to be surrounded with you. Okay, so within your sacred space, you're going to always go there. You're going to take a time and a moment, okay, to check in. Just like we did at the beginning of this video, you are going to place your hand upon your heart and a hand upon your belly. And you're going to take a moment to just get calm and comfortable. We want to think of this as our temple, our church, right? So this is our temple within ourselves where God, the Holy Spirit, lies within us, okay? So we want to make sure that before we step into our temple, like any other temple, we get calm and we get grounded, okay? And we get clear, right? So we'll place one hand on our heart, one hand on our belly, and then we're going to slowly but surely focus our whole attention upon our heartbeat and nothing else. And allowing your mind to get calm, allowing any thoughts, worries to release, and then focusing slowly but surely on that physical heart. If you guys want to do this with me right now to practice, by all means do so. This is home base, right? Our heart is our truth. Some people say that gut feeling. Well, our gut sometimes has little parasites in them, so we don't always know if that's truth. So let's go back to our heart. This is where our truth is, okay? This is when you check in with your heart to see how you're feeling. Maybe introduce yourself. Hi, it's been a moment. Maybe you have never sat with your heart before. And it could feel emotional. It could feel overwhelming. You might want to go hide. And that's normal because you're starting a new relationship with yourself and with God. Okay? So, once you get that feeling, that calmness within your heart, you are going to grab your smartphone, okay? Anything that has a camera where you can see yourself just like how I can see myself right now. And you're going to look at yourself and you're going to say, I love you and your name. So, I love you, Sarah. I love you, Sarah. That feels really good. My heart is beating very fast and is excited. It's excited to be sharing this with you guys. Um, it's excited for this life. Uh, that's one example. You can do it again. I love you, Sarah. Uh, this feels emotional. I'm feeling scared. I don't know. I've never done this before, so it's strange to look at myself, but I'm gonna do it this anyway. I feel like I've been hard on myself for a long time, but I'm gonna start listening to my feelings, start listening to my heart, right? Okay, there's another example. So allow whatever is showing up for you within your heart, allow that to be shared upon the video, okay? There is nobody watching this video. This is between you and you, okay? So allow yourself just to speak freely, to speak openly, okay? And allow those emotions to come out, okay? It's almost like when you have something heavy on your chest and you need to let it off. This is that time and this is that space to do so, okay? So give yourself that opportunity to share with yourself, okay? Give yourself that opportunity to feel all of these feelings that maybe you've been putting under the rug for years. And I'm gonna tell you something, guys. This this doesn't always look pretty, okay? So it's gonna feel scary as shit. Literally. You're gonna be like, I don't want to do this today. I don't want to do this any day. And this is so normal. People are going to want to run from this practice because it just gets real. Like shit gets real. Sorry to use the S word, but it gets really real because no longer can we hide from ourselves, especially when you're looking at yourself and you're recording yourself. It's really hard to lie to yourself. You can lie to other people because you can't see what's, how you look, right? But when you look at yourself, you're like, oh, that's not truth. I'm trying to like say that, yeah, I feel good, but deep down you feel not good. And there's something that's weighing upon your heart that wants to be shared with you, okay? So allow this practice to show you and guide you, okay? There is a prayer that happens before each video as well, which you'll see upon the site, okay? Which is gonna help give you support and guidance, right? So we're not in a space where I can do this alone, women empowerment, men empowerment, I can do it all alone. We're not in that space. We're in the space of asking and receiving help from the divine and allowing them to support us in our process. Okay, so we are going to ask for help, and at any moment during your video or during this process, you can ask for help. Okay, and you'll have a supportive community. On the website, we have me there. We have a weekly meetup. Okay, every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Okay, Hawaii Standard Time, so that's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You will have support from me. Okay, and you can come in and ask questions. You can come in and share your feelings. You can also do that on the community site too, okay? So you will have support. Ask for support and guidance within the group and within our lovely divine helpers, okay? So after you share with yourself how that feels, you want to bring it back to end it with, I love you and thank you. I love you and thank you, okay? And then you'll take a moment to just integrate that within your body and allow yourself to just to feel how that felt and what was just released and what was just resolved or shared from your heart, okay? Does this make sense? Again, this is all on the website, so you want to be able to get on. Again, it's for free. You want to be able to get on so you can read all of these instructions again. Then throughout the day, what happens? What do we do? I just did this practice. Now what? Okay. Now you are going to just simply observe, right? So you're going to observe yourself. You're going to observe your thoughts, your feelings, your actions. You're going to observe the reality around you. And try not to react, but just to observe that. Observe what's happening. You're going to start seeing your reality start to shift pretty quickly, and you'll start to become more aware of your life and become aware of how your life has been created. You'll start to become aware of how you speak to yourself through your thoughts. Okay? Am I spending the whole day knocking myself down? Or am I spending the day lifting myself up and being honest? Okay? So you're just going to observe yourself through the day. And then at nighttime, you're going to journal. Okay? You're going to journal so you can share about what just happened during the day. You're going to share about what happened within here, right? Within yourself. And then you're going to share what happened outside of you. Okay? And then you're going to share what you are grateful for. Okay? We want to end the note on gratitude. We want to end the note on like, whatever did happen today, I am grateful for this in my life. Okay? And that is simply the practice daily, okay? You're going to do this for 30 days. We're going to shift and change the molecules within your body. We're going to change the patterning. You're going to start to realize and see who you truly are without the mask, okay? Please don't wear any makeup while you're doing these videos. So we suggest to do these videos first thing in the morning once you wake up, okay? Once you wake up, you can start your day out fresh and start by connecting in with your heart. So you can start your day in that goodness. So whatever was happening through the night in your dream time, happening the day before, we've already gotten off. So now I can like be here present with myself and start this new fresh day. Okay? So video in the morning, journaling at nighttime, okay? Observation during the day, and you're going to do this every day for 30 days. Okay. And then after the 30 days, if you want to continue, you can go into our Lifestyle 1 class, which is this practice, but week by week, adding more instructions, adding new tips and tools to help you through this process. Okay. As well as we start combining this with food. Okay. And why do we combine this with food? Okay. So we believe truly that our thoughts, our emotions, our feelings are affecting our food choices and vice versa. So when we combine them together, you're going to start seeing a big shift and difference within your reality. You're going to start seeing how when you're upset or when you're angry, you're choosing foods that match where you're at and match your frequency and how you're feeling. Possibly you want to numb out what you're feeling. Possibly you just want to stuff those emotions down even farther. Okay. Or you'll start eating things that will help promote and provoke the emotional healing to happen from within. Okay. So we're going to use the food as well as the emotional practice to push and help propel the awakening from within. Okay, what do I mean by awakening? What I mean is becoming aware and awake of yourself, of your love, of your reality, how that's being created. Okay, and what's happening around you. Like, why is this person always yelling at me every single day? Why does this person always act like my father? Why does this person remind me of my father every single day? Okay, well, it has to be about them. It's not about me, right? Okay, that's when we're going to start going in, okay, to those feelings and to those emotions of why that person is acting like my father and where have I seen this in my life for a very long time, and why every time I have this feeling, I always want pasta. I always want pasta. I don't want a green juice. I don't want fruit. I want pasta. When that same feeling that I felt when I was 3 years old that my dad made me feel like is coming up at this time, okay? So we're going to start addressing our emotions and our feelings that are correlated with food, okay? as well as putting together a lifestyle where every day you can combine food correctly, start bringing in more greens and more juices. And naturally, as you feel better inside, you're going to start craving the things that feel good to you versus not, okay? So our cravings are going to change as we change inside. Let me repeat that again. Our cravings are going to change as we start having different emotions and feelings inside, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. So that's why we combine it with the food aspect. And that's what has led me and many others that we've taken through this journey on this process of health and self-illumination, okay? Is through working through that emotional, spiritual aspect to then promote us to a healthier and loving lifestyle. I always tell people, you know, when you feel good inside, it's really easy to choose things that are better for us. When we have brought that forgiveness to ourselves for the things that we have done, when you've brought forgiveness to yourself for the things that you've done in the past, that whether you were aware of or not aware of, okay, you will stop sabotaging yourself, okay? You will stop using sabotaging behaviors to stop receiving love, right? So we want to be able to receive more love. We want to feel more love. So we need to be able to bring that resolution and that forgiveness to thyself, right? So we can start choosing better things for our life, for our beloved ones, and for our path, okay? I want to say this because not a lot of people talk about this, but you know, God has forgiven you the moment it happened. It's us who hold on to that strife and to that guilt. And when we can learn to forgive ourselves and to learn the lesson moving forward, you will have a much lighter load, a much happier life, a much happier heart, okay? We don't need to carry these backpacks of regrets, worries, fears with us any longer. We can start unloading that backpack today. We can start unloading it and looking at them and putting them away for good. Recycle them, trash them, okay? So the new can come in. This new life, this new reality can come in. And this can start now, right? We're in a new moon. We're in an eclipse. We're in a completion of what happened like 6 months ago, right? Or a year and a half ago, I think is what it is, right? So on this new moon, we can start a new life, okay? We can start one where we feel good inside, where we can start making choices that feel good to us, that are in alignment with who we truly are, okay? Not doing things for other people because we feel bad, right? They're going to be mad at me if I don't do this. No, that doesn't feel good in my heart. So I'm going to choose things that feel good inside so that I can give from a good place, okay? Okay. All right, guys. I am just rambling on. I could talk about this for eons, but I am just so excited for all of those who have already signed up. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys live tomorrow on our website. And for those of you who are watching, who are going to be watching, you can join at any time this month. You don't have to start right now. If you don't get to start right now, you saw this a week from now, that's okay. Start when you see it and when it feels good in your heart. And believe me, you're going to have excuses come up, okay, of not to do this. And why should I do this? But remember, this practice, all it's offering you is more love. So more love and more honesty in your life, Okay, so a little more love every day is not going to hurt you, and it only takes 5 minutes. Okay, so don't give me the reason I don't have time. I get this all the time. I don't have time to do it. If you have time to go poop, if you have time to shower, if you have time to brush your teeth, you have 5 minutes to do this. And you owe this to yourself. You owe this to yourself to every day, to give yourself 5 minutes just to check in with your heart, see how you're feeling, and say those three special words. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and joining us. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. And blessings to you on this new moon. And we'll see you soon.